Gemini, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your singles reading. So this is your bonus reading number 2, and this is for strictly singles. We want to see if true love is coming in over the next 6 months between now and the end of July for strictly single Geminis. Now, you know, I've done a few of these readings already, and admittedly, you know, what I find with the tarot is the tarot's got a message for you. You know, I've got clients that come for readings and they will say, you know, is love coming in for me? Will I find true love in the next whatever time span it is? And you'll do a reading and you'll find that that client is still holding on to somebody else, and it can't be helped. You've got to relay those results. There's no point in trying to fit a square peg into a round hole and trying to make cards fit in a reading to what the client is asking when it's clearly showing something that the client needs to know. So you must all, for me as a tarot reader, if you're going to be learning how to do tarot at all, Gemini, the one thing that would be important, if you guys are aspiring tarot readers, is when you do a reading for someone, if there's a message in those cards and it's as clear as day and the message is really strong, don't try and fit a round peg into a square peg into a round hole and make things fit for the client's purposes. Tell them straight, because it's more than likely going to be true. I have clients that come back when I tell them, the universe is telling me. I mean, on one reading with a particular client, we had 2 cards that showed Eight of Cups in the immediate future, Eight of Cups reversed and Wheel of Fortune reversed. That was clear as day, saying, look, you're in limbo, mate. You haven't moved on. You're finding it difficult to release an individual, and that's why you're blocking love coming in, because Wheel of Fortune is a block when it's reversed. It acts as a block. And she came back and she confirmed it. Confirmed everything. I said to her in the reading, you look very, very angry. Very angry. You're holding on to this person you can't let go. You want love, but you're still holding on to an individual. And she came back and she said, you know what, Carol, you're completely 100% right. That was really interesting that all that came out, because it's completely accurate. If the tarot shows you something on a client and it's different from what they're asking, and it's really important that they know it, you've got to tell them. So what I'm trying to say, the only reason I'm giving that information, Gemini, is that I'm hoping that new love comes in and true love comes in for some of you guys. In some of the readings that's happened, but for some of the reasons it's clearly showing, the universe is clearly wanting you guys, or you know, the YouTube viewers, to know this is what you need to deal with before true love can come in. So that's why we said, will true love come in? Because the universe, it's alright to say will love come in, any reading can show love coming in, but true love, that's the thing. Right, so we're using the Barbara Moore Tarot Made Easy deck here for the reading, and also the Doreen Virtue Romance Angels for your advice. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're doing it in the style of the Celtic cross. Every reader will do a Celtic cross in their own way. This is how I do my Celtic crosses. So, or Celtic, I don't know how to pronounce it. So, Universe Spirit, show me, will true love come in for those single Geminis over the next 6 months, between now and the summertime? Will true love come in for those Geminis who are single? Between now and the summertime, will true love come in for Geminis who are single? Strictly single Geminis between now and the summertime. Will true love come in for strictly single Geminis between now and the summertime? Show me. Alright, so we've shuffled the cards. We're going to split the deck into 3, like so. 1, 2, 3. We're going to collect it back up like so. And let's have a look. So, right now, strength in the reverse. So some of you guys, it might be that you are feeling slightly overwhelmed. When strength is in the upright, strength can mean several things in a love reading. Strength can mean that you're holding back. So some people, they might want, you might want to fall in love. You might want to have a relationship. Strength would say, well, actually my desire, which is the Lion, to have that relationship, I think I'll hold back on that. I think I'll take a bit of a pause. This is all about inner strength and inner confidence. The other thing with strength, it shows cooperation between 2 people as well. So this can easily be a soulmate. I often see strength as being a soulmate card because it can show cooperation. 2 people who are very different in who they are working together as a team, okay, because they appreciate, respect and love one another. So they tend to work together as a team. Strength can also mean lust as well, sex. Strength can mean a very powerful woman who's got great power over a man. She uses her feminine wiles to exert her power over another individual. This is the kind of being assertive, having a lot of self and confidence about yourself. In the reverse, you tend to do a lot of doubting. So I think that with the Strength card, and this is a card in the reverse that says, I feel very overpowered. Overpowered. I feel that something or someone or a situation is overpowering me, and I don't feel strong enough, confident enough to deal with it. And I think that you guys right now, with Strength in the reverse, you might have given up. The energies for some of you Geminis might be that you've given up on love. You don't, you know, this is also the card about patience as well. When you're, because the lady's holding back on the line, she's saying, whoa, have patience. In the reverse, it's more about, I don't have the patience, I don't have the will to wait anymore for this. So there can also be the element of self-doubt that comes into that card. What's your challenge? Wow, the Empress in the reverse. Okay. So the Empress in the reverse, this is, when it comes to love, this is either somebody who's quite cold, they're quite clinical, they don't want to nurture a relationship, they don't want to work on it, they don't want to develop the relationship. You might have dealt with somebody like this as an Empress in the reverse. Empress reverse also means relationships. They're more like the devil in a way. They're ill. They're not flourishing. There's a certain sickness in a relationship. Sometimes I've seen this card show up when there's a one-sided relationship. I think for some of you guys, you're dealing with or you've dealt with someone, an Empress reverse. Now, Empresses reverse can also mean people who are overly nurturing or overly mothering. But I feel that you guys have dealt with someone, Gemini, who is less than loving, less than supportive, and less than maternal. Not even maternal. When we fall in love, we're not looking for someone to mother us, but we're looking for someone who can share with us, share our problems, sharing our joys, sharing our sorrow. It's, you know, the Empress is one of the best cards you can ever get for love, because this is somebody who will really be there for you. They will nurture you. They will love you. For some of you guys, it might be that you know, the Empress in the upright is about beauty. You know, is there somebody around you who's not particularly, you know, what you would consider attractive, or have you been considered unattractive by an individual? It's all of those things with the Empress in the reverse. So this is a lack. Remember, reversals are the lack or the absence of the upright. So this is a lack of beauty, a lack of flow, a lack of abundance, a lack of joy that you guys would have experienced in some of your relationship, which is why some of you guys might have just given up the ghost on this type of thing. The reason that the Strength in the reverse is happening is the Queen of Swords. Okay, so some of you guys might have dealt with either a Libra, could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius individual, Gemini. I don't think that, I mean, this could be you as well, cutting love out. I think the reason that you've given up hope is because either you've had to cut somebody out or somebody's cut you out. Queen of Swords represents somebody who can be pretty emotionally detached. This could also be being on one's own for a long time. There are certain cards within the tarot that depict people who have been single for quite some time. High Priestess can be one of those cards. Nine of Coins can be one of those cards. Hermit can be another one of those cards. Queen of Swords in the upright and the reverse can be a card like that, that shows she's often depicted as being a widower, a barren woman, somebody who doesn't have children. So for some of you guys, the reason that you might have lost, or you might have given up, or you might be doubting finding true love, could be that you've dealt with a Queen of Swords, and this would be very similar to an Empress, but usually I think in the reverse, because I like her in the upright, you see, she can still be in relationships with the upright. It's just that she's not the type of woman you want to mess with, you know. She's really quite clever, and she runs the show, often in a relationship, because she has control and authority over what she has coming and what she doesn't. So, you know, this could be you. It is an air sign, and you are an air sign, Gemini. This could be you saying, this is what I have coming in, and this is what I will allow, and this is what I will not allow. This could be you having cut someone out, and this could be somebody having emotionally detached themselves from you. Maybe this person was quite a cold individual with the Empress shown reversed here. In the recent past, you guys have, though, the Eight of Wands. So you've been doing a lot of communication. You should have been. You may have been doing a lot of communication with the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands can mean several things when it comes to love. It can either mean that you're communicating quite a bit with someone, or you might be communicating with a lot of people because it is deemed to be the Arrows of Love card, or it can mean that you're releasing something. So this can be releasing some form of hurt as well when you get the Eight of Wands, especially when you get it with the Six of Cups. It can be you're releasing a past lover, for example. So some of you guys, it might be that you've released somebody here. Could be that somebody was quite cold, quite aloof, or you've become quite cold and aloof with that person in the foundation, which is why you're doing this, and you might have found a way to release this individual with the Eight of Wands. The most likely outcome for love coming in, Gemini, is the Nine of Wands in the reverse, where you need to take your guard down for a start. Because the Nine of Wands in the reverse, in the upright, this card talks about being in anticipation. This card talks about, you know, always waiting, always looking. You know, if you've broken up with someone before, I've often seen this card. If someone's broken up with you and you've broken up with someone and you're missing them, this card will often show up to say, well, I'm waiting for the phone call. Every time that mobile goes or rings, or every time the mobile has a, you know, an email, you know, a text message tone, this card will say, well, the person's looking out for it, because this is the card of not just guardedness, not just anxiety, it's also the card of expectation. So I feel that and in the reverse it says, well, I lose the expectation, I'm not on my guard anymore, I'm not waiting, I'm not expecting. The most likely outcome will be, I feel that things will be coming through. I think that the Nine of Wands in the reverse for me suggests somebody is finally letting down that barrier, they're finally not scared anymore, they're finally not on their guard, they're finally not in an air of expectation or anxiety. So I feel that love could possibly come through with this card, because it seems to me, whenever I get cards that show lots of sort of, wands or swords, like Eight of Swords, for example, Seven of Wands, for example, they remind me of gates. The gate is locked. In the reverse, the gate is not locked, it's open. So I see the gate opening for love coming in with that Nine of Wands in the reverse. What you're going to experience in the next 6 months is the Five of Coins in the reverse. Somebody's probably going to want to return to you. There's three ways I look at this. It's either you're wanting to return to an individual, somebody's wanting to return to you, or you simply want to be a part of the society that has couples in it. Because the Five of Coins can say, well, I want to return to normality again. This is not normal, being on the outskirts of society, feeling abandoned. You can say, well, I want to return to stability again. So there's 3 ways to look at that. You guys right now, oh dear, well, there you go, you're the Ten of Swords. So that's why you're doing that. Some of you guys are feeling very hurt, very betrayed with that Ten of Swords. You're feeling, oh, I can't get up from this. I feel really, this is the card of depression. The Ten of Swords is called the Lord of Ruin. So when you get a Ten of Swords, you've either been betrayed by someone, or you're still living out the hurts that somebody has caused to you. And, you know, this is the card of depression, and it says, I can't get up again, I feel really hurt, I feel really let down, I feel really disappointed. And some of you guys are feeling very disappointed by somebody's actions here, and I feel that you are feeling, some of you might be feeling a slight sense of depression here, and that's why the energy around you right now is strength in the reverse. You have very little, some of you guys have very little confidence. There might be also a great deal of rage, because the strength in the reverse, for me, whenever I've read this card, it means in the upright somebody is controlling. It's all about self-control in the upright. So the rage is the lion. You're controlling your rage. In the reverse, the rage is very difficult to control. So some of you guys, it might be also that you are feeling a sense of great indignation and rage with that energy. I think it's because somebody cut you out with this Queen of Swords. Alright, because I think if this was you in control, you certainly wouldn't be doing this. I think if this was you, Gemini, as the Queen of Swords, she's a very controlled, very calculating character. And I think that if this was truly you, you wouldn't be doing the strength in the reverse. You'd be doing strength in the reverse if that Queen was reversed. Because she's the type of person reversed who wallows in self-pity, and she wallows in hate, and she wallows in resentment. Queen of Swords in the upright is not resentful as a character. I never read her as a resentful character. In the reverse, she's a backstabber. She's a plagiarist. She's a liar. She's a troublemaker. She's malicious. She's nasty. This is when you get the worst of her. In the upright, she's a counsellor. She's a healer. She talks sense. She's got her head screwed on. So I don't think that this is you, because I think if this was you, you wouldn't be doing this. This must be somebody else. This is somebody who cut you out, who emotionally detached themselves from you. And I think in the recent past, it's either that you've been trying to communicate with them. Who knows, maybe they've been trying to communicate with you. I think if this person's been trying to communicate with you, your challenge is that they're not lovely, they're not nice enough, they don't care enough. And as a result of that, it could be that, you know, what we've got is the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. That's interesting, because I would have thought that it would have been in the upright. Okay, but your challenge is this. However, it could be, well, maybe I do make a return to this, who knows, we'll see. Coming in, what you're going to experience, well, there you go, there's a King of Cups on the horizon for you guys. This could be a Scorpio, Pisces, water sign, male or female, or this is just somebody who's really, really kind. So this might be you guys wanting finally just to have normalcy again. just to have, because this could easily be you guys in the recent past having released this person because your challenges is that they don't care, they didn't want to work on the relationship with you, they didn't want to work on developing it, they didn't want to love you, they didn't want to, you know, they didn't want to have children with you, they didn't want to get married, all of that shebang. And it might be, well, I want to return to normalcy after all of that, with the Eight of Coins in reverse. And there you go, King of Cups pops in. What are the hopes? Well, the fears of the Eight of Swords. The fears are not being able to trust this individual. Because the Eight of Swords says many things. It says, I fear letting go of all of these. When you get the Eight of Swords, sometimes this is the thoughts that are going round and round and round in the person's head. So they're unable to let go of the negative ideas that they've developed. So some of you guys, it might be, shit, what if I can't allow this person in? What if I'm too afraid? What if I allow my negative thoughts to take over concerning this person? And the overall outcome from this, the devil is the overall outcome. I don't like the devil as an outcome in a love reading, okay? Because the devil in the outcome shows toxic energy and it shows negative energy showing up. There's a person coming in. You guys, this is either somebody's coming in, they want to return to you, and it's the King of Cups. And what you get is some bad shit in the outcome, negative energy in the outcome. Doesn't always have to be, it can be abuse. Devil cards can certainly. Devil cards will usually show up for abuse if there is physical violence in a relationship, especially if you get it with a sword card, can show physical violence. But also with sword cards, it can also show that somebody's talking down to you or they're making you feel terrible, especially with the Lock of Five of Swords, that type of thing. Somebody's trying to make you feel less. So this will be the type of person that will say, you look ugly without your makeup, or you look horrible with this, or you look horrible with that, or you don't look very good, or you're thick, or, you know, why did you say that, you've got no sense. That type of person will be a devil with a sword, either physical or, you know, mental or communicative abuse going on with that devil. The emotional abuse with the devil can usually show with a cup card, something like that. The problem is the devil in the outcome, and it's as a result of this King of Cups. There's problems going on here. However, hopefully we'll get the devil being released. Maybe we'll get a Six of Swords with this to say that whatever difficulties you've experienced will be released with the Six of Swords because of this person. We'll see what happens. I want to see why you guys are the Ten of Swords. Why is Gemini the Ten of Swords? Why is Gemini showing us the Ten of Swords in this reading? The Star. Okay. So, the good thing is, though, the Ten of Swords now. No, it's not because of, I mean, it could have been because of an Aquarius, but you know what I think this is? When I read the combination, I did ask why. I did ask why. See, this is the thing with the tarot. It depends on how you ask the question. If you just picked another card to get a combination, you might say, well, you've been through a painful time, but the Star is saying you're healing from it, because the Star is a healing card. So some of you guys, it might actually be, because I asked, why are you the Ten of Swords? So this could actually be, well, you've been hurt, but you're at the last leg. It's the last leg of the hurt now. You're coming through. It tends to represent changes, new phases. So you might be at the end of hurting here with this Ten of Swords because of the Star. It looks to me you guys are actually healing over a very difficult phase you've been through. Because the reason that everything is happening is because of the Queen of Swords. And let's have a look at what this Queen... So the readings change as you add more cards. So let's have a look at why the root issue is showing a Queen of Swords and what this Queen of Swords is all about. Okay, so... So you've got the Ace of Cups showing here. So it depends on how you read tarot. You know, do you read the Queen of Swords as a communication card? Do you read this person as being in control over love? See, she's got a sword in her hand and this person's offering love. So when I look at the tarot, when you do tarot as well, Gemini, look at the cards, look at the pictures. What are the pictures telling you? What are they? I'm seeing a cup being offered to a Queen of Swords who's got her sword up and she's saying, fuck off. She's got the sword up, see? She's got the swords are weapons. They're there to protect and to defend. I think that this person, I think they are emotionally detached. I think that they don't want love. I think the reason that everything is happening is because of the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Cups. I don't think this is you. I think somebody rejected love. I think somebody rejected you. I think that you're the Ace of Cups, Gemini. I think you offered this person love, and I think that they rejected you with that sword. And as a result of that, in the recent past, you guys have... And I think that this is why you are healing over this, because I get the impression that the reason is somebody rejected you. But even in that area there, I would see this to be a sense of acceptance. Because the healing of this is because the root issue is showing somebody rejected you. I think somebody rejected you. Some of you guys, it might be that you're feeling more in control over what you have coming in. Because the Queen of Swords can also be the type of person who'll say, if you get in the Rider-Waite, sometimes you'll see her facing on. So you'll see the sword in front of her face, like in profile. And that often will show, well, I have the choice of who comes in and who doesn't. This shows very much a woman in control. So some of you guys might be very much in control as to who you let in and who you don't let in. And that might also be why it seems that you're healing over this, because you're feeling more in a place of power. Remember when the tarot was devised, these sword cards were people of the nobility. They were the queens, the kings, the lords, the ladies, the earls, the countesses. Okay, they were very much power people. So this is a very powerful lady, and you might be very powerful right now in terms of who you allow in and who you don't allow in. So it could be that as well, really. The Eight of Wands in the recent past, Gemini. Why have you guys experienced the Eight of Wands in the recent past? The Four of Coins. Well, it's brilliant. So I think that you guys have, the reading now is developing it, I think, into something more positive, which is really quite nice. I think that you guys have, with this Eight of Wands, I think that you have been releasing any energy, especially if this is somebody who did something to you. You're releasing it with the Eight of Wands, because I think you're letting go. Four of Coins in the reverse says, I let go. Some of you guys, you might be getting out there, you might be meeting different people, communicating with lots of people with the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands shows lots of activity, it shows people being proactive. So some of you guys might be being very proactive in terms of finding love because of the Four of Coins. You're ready now to open up, you're ready now to allow people in. Whether you get cards that show people who are protecting themselves with wands or with swords, or, you know, like this card here, or with coins, it shows people are going into self-protection mode. They're defensive. They're trying to protect themselves. This person often protects himself. This person can also hold on. They can be very clingy. Another word for the Four of Coins is to be clingy in the upright, so it's holding on to things. In the reverse, they tend to let it go. So I'm seeing very open energy in the recent past for you Geminis, which is really nice. You're either, if this is somebody who did something to you, I think that you're releasing it and letting go. I feel that if this is you in control of who you allow in and who you don't allow in, this is because in the recent, and this is, in terms of this, in the recent passage, you like being very proactive, very active, getting out and about, and being open to others, being very receptive, I feel, with that Four of Coins in the reverse. Because your challenge is an Empress reverse. I'm going to have a look at why the challenge is the Empress reversed. The Lovers. Okay, so I feel that somebody didn't want to work on a relationship. You've got the Lovers here. The Empress energy, when it shows in the upright, especially with cards like Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, the Lovers, this is the real deal shit, man. This is something that can go all of the way, okay? Because the Empress is all about Cupid's arrow. It's all about finding the one. It's all about two people who are receptive to each other, two people who want to build a relationship. They find each other equally attractive. They're very much in love, or they could fall in love. You know, this is the Empress in the upright is all about somebody who might get married or who might become a mother. It's one of the most perfect love cards you can get in a reading. Especially if you're getting in and out, with something like a Four of Wands, maybe a Ten of Pentacles, maybe a Hierophant, that type of thing. This is the married shit going on there. But it's reversed. So I feel that somebody wasn't receptive. The Empress reverse. I see that this person possibly wasn't receptive towards this energy here, the Lover's energy. I see somebody not being receptive to love here. I think that's your challenge. And as a result of that, the energies around you guys will be strength in the reverse. And let's have a look at why strength is in the reverse. Yeah, Eight of Cups. I see you guys as giving up. Strength in reverse means to give up. Giving up and walking away from the situation. So I see you guys, the energies around you guys in the next 6 months will be about giving up on an individual and walking away from the situation with the Eight of Cups. Because the most likely, and as a result of that, the most likely outcome for love coming in will be the Nine of Wands. So you open up the gate now with that Nine of Wands in the reverse. As a result of doing that, you will open up the gate. So this is the person that did it to you. Because this area here leads to this area here, and this area here will lead to this area here. So as a result of that, you open up the gates with the Nine of Wands. And what are you opening up the gates to with that Nine of Wands? There you go. You're opening up the gates to the future. The Three of Wands energy. You're opening up the gates to the future. Okay. Some of you guys might also be opening up the gates with that Three of Wands. Whenever you get the Three of Wands, and whatever card comes after that, this is what could possibly coming in. So you're opening up the gates. Some of you guys are also to a Seven of Swords in the reverse. Now, Seven of Swords in the reverse can also be somebody who's returning to you. So Seven of Swords in the upright means somebody who's avoiding something. This can be deception or avoidance. But Seven of Swords in the reverse means somebody's either getting caught or somebody's confessing to something to you, they're coming. But this is also, there's certain cards that show people returning. Seven of Swords in the reverse can be one. Death in the reverse is a resurrection card. Five of Coins in the reverse. Five of Cups in the reverse. Eight of Cups in the reverse is another returning card that shows up. World in the reverse as well, opening up that business again, because World in the upright can mean that you're closing something down. World in the reverse can mean you're opening it all back up again. So cards that usually show closure, but they're showing as being reversed, they're usually cards that can show somebody returning. So it could be that because you do that, you are opening up the gates to, in the future, to this person returning with the Seven of Swords in the reverse. The Seven of Swords in the reverse can also be that you're opening up this Three of Wands. You are inviting in, because the Three of Wands for me is a card that represents what you're attracting in. So you might be attracting in the Seven of Swords in the reverse. You might be attracting in finally understanding and coming to a place of clarity on this situation. Because Seven of Swords in the upright can mean that you're avoiding or you're ignoring the truth. In the reverse, it says, I'm finally facing up to it with the Seven of Swords in the reverse. It's like justice. So I feel that you guys are going to get your justice either way through doing this. Coming in, and it could be, if this is a case of that person, because somebody, Five of Coins in the reverse, and we're going to see why you're going to experience Five of Coins in the reverse coming in, Gemini. Alright. Some of you guys might be returning to a Knight of Coins in the reverse, a Virgo, but they're showing reverse, so they're showing as not committed. They're showing as not committed. This is the problem. That's it. I don't know why you would do that, because I want you to see what are you returning to with the Five of Coins in the reverse. It's a Knight of Pentacles reverse, but he's reversed. So this shows when you get Knight of Pentacles reverse in terms of love, it means somebody who's not committed. So some of you guys might be looking to return to somebody who's not committed to a long-term relationship, which could mean this person coming back in. Whoever it is that you've let go of, this person might come back in, because I'm seeing them emotionally detaching from love. You offered them love and they weren't really receptive to it with the Queen of Swords showing there. And as a result of that, you gave up and you let go. You walked away. So the energies as a result of that is I've given up on the situation and I've walked away. Because in the recent past, the Eight of Wands, I've been very proactive. I've released this person here. I've let go, but I've also been very proactive and very open and very receptive to allowing people into my life. Because my challenge is I have an Empress reverse, somebody who doesn't want to work with me, somebody who doesn't want to work on nurturing the relationship, nurturing our love, developing our relationship. So therefore I release it, Strength card in the reverse, I give it up and I walk away. But as a result of that, you might find that coming in is a return to this person. And I don't know, I'm going to see why. Why would there be a return to the Knight of Coins in the reverse? The Knight of Coins in the reverse I would probably read as being that Queen of Swords. They're the very same person. Why would this Gemini want to return to this Knight of Coins reversed? Because of justice. There is still something I feel that needs to be cleared up here. There's still some unfinished business. So you might find coming in, you've got some unfinished business that you're going to need to clear up with an individual. Alright, now the Justice card can mean because you need to get your justice. Maybe you need to tell this person to fuck off. Basically, maybe this person hasn't contacted you. Maybe they've been playing funny buggers. And maybe when they do return, the universe is giving you the chance to prove yourself. It's giving you the chance with the Justice card to say, get stuffed. You did this to me. You treated me this way, so now I'm giving you the chance. The universe is saying I'm giving you the chance to tell them what for with the Justice energy, because that's what justice is about, getting your rewards. Also, Justice card is a card that deals with the universe, so it's ruled by the 11th law of the universe. Whatever it is you put out, you get back. It's the law of compensation. It's the Justice energy. So some of you guys, it might be that you get your justice, you get your compensation. This person returns. This Knight of Pentacles I'm seeing wanting to. So this is a non-committed person. You can see they're non-committed because they didn't want your love. They were very they weren't receptive to it. They rejected it. They were emotionally detached from what you had to offer. And therefore they're showing us the Knight of Coins in the reverse because they weren't committed enough to the relationship. And I'm seeing a return. This person coming in from the cold will be the Knight of Coins. So it's not that, see, they've been out of the frame for a while. So this is coming in from the cold. Will be a Knight of Coins in the reverse, will be somebody who didn't commit to you, and they're coming back because of justice. Okay, they want, this is either, three things I'm thinking, this is either the universe saying you've got unfinished business with this person, this is where you need to make sure you shut down the situation, finally you get your chance to shut down the situation on your terms, or it's because they want justice, they want you to be back with them, they say you are the one, you are this, you are that, you're my true soulmate with the justice energy showing up here, okay. However, what you'll experience coming in is a King of Cups. Let's have a look at why you'll experience a King of Cups coming in, or what card shows with this. So you'll experience a person coming in who's going to help you overcome this person. This person's going to help you heal. A King of Cups is going to come in and they're going to help you to heal over this situation. I'm seeing two people around you coming in. Okay, one person I think is going to come in and try their luck again. They'll come in and try their luck again. What will Gemini do with this person in one card? What will Gemini do when this person comes back in the next 6 months? You're going to block them. Ace of Swords in the reverse. So this person might contact you. This is also, Ace of Swords reverse means to sever ties. So you're going to sever ties with this individual anyway. You're not going to take them back, Gemini. You're going to say fuck off. The Ace of Swords also means block them. So you're not communicating with them as well. What you'll do is you'll say, if they call you, if they text you, you're probably going to delete the text with the Ace of Swords being reversed there. You will block this person. And even if you do talk to them, you're going to tell them to fuck off. Because you've got a person coming in, a King of Cups, could be, as I said, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancerian individual, Gemini. And this person's going to help you heal. Five of Cups in the reverse. They're really going to help you to heal with that Five of Cups in the reverse. Your fears are the Eight of Swords. And let's have a look at why your fears are the Eight of Swords. King of Swords. You don't trust. You don't trust at all, do you? Your fears are not being able to open up, not being able to truly trust a King of... Because I wouldn't say... I don't think that this person is the King of Swords in the reverse. You're not able to trust because of a King of Swords in the reverse. And that King of Swords in the reverse is a manipulator, they're a liar, and they're also very cruel. And this person, this King of Swords, is the Knight of Pentacles, and they're also the Queen of Swords. In a tarot reading, you can get people who's showing up as multiple cards. They're just showing us different points of who they are. Alright, now the traits between the common traits, and why I say that the King of Swords reversed is the same as the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and the same with the Queen of Swords, and it's all in a diagonal line, funnily enough. Alright, the root issue shows, look, this person was rejecting your love. They rejected it, they were emotionally distanced from it. They weren't receptive, they weren't responding to you. Now, this person comes back. In from the cold comes this non-committal individual who now wants justice with you, who now wants a fresh start, who now says you are the one, but you block this person, you say fuck off. Fuck off. Don't bother me. I'm severing ties with you, or I'm simply just not going to answer your text. I think I'll delete their ass. And in comes a King of Cups, somebody who helps you overcome your hurt. But you're worried, Five of Swords, that this person is going to turn out to be a liar and a fraud and a manipulator. Exactly what this Knight of Coins reverse was and the Queen of Swords were. And you're afraid of that, Gemini. You're afraid that this person is going to turn out to be who this person was. The outcome shows the Devil, which I'm not very happy about. Not unless we get a card showing you releasing this. I'm hoping we're going to get a card like that. Why is the outcome the Devil? Let me have a look what shows up with this Devil being the outcome. No, it's not good, is it? The Devil brings burdens. I think that this is because the person shows up as helping you to release your, helping you to heal. Five of Cups in reverse is a healing card. I wouldn't read this as the King of Cups returning because the person's already done returned here. Because the Five of Cups in reverse can mean somebody who returns as well. So if this King of Cups is the same as the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords and they've returned, you've got problems because you're not going to get any changes. The Devil represents patterns of behaviour. This can be abusive behaviour. This can be negative behaviour. This is a negative card overall. And it's going to bring a lot of pressure in the relationship. So if this is saying the King of Cups, finally the King of Cups finds its place and it has finally returned with that Five of Cups in the reverse. It might be that you're worried. You're worried that this person's lying. They're still a liar. They're still not honest. This person might show up as being really nice. So they come back. So it's the return of the prodigal son, basically, with the Knight of Pentacles showing there. They want their justice, but apparently you block them. Because I asked, well, what do you do? And it says you block them. So I can't think that that King of Cups is this person here. So why the hell? I think the Devil is you. I think you're standing in your own way, Gemini, and this is what's causing the problems with the Ten of Wands. Because you block them. Ace of Swords in the reverse. You don't let them in. When you get the Ace of Swords in the reverse, remember the legend of King Arthur and how after he got the sword out of Excalibur and then he did whatever he did with the sword and then he went, he put the sword back in. It means it's done. It's done. The sword goes down, it's done. It's like this, Sword of Excalibur, it's done. So when you get a sword down, often it is done. This is severance. Alright, sometimes you can explain the Ace of Swords as being repetitive behaviour, somebody not learning lessons, but I don't think it's that. I think it's done for you with an individual here. I think it's done. There's no breakthrough, there's no communication with an Ace of Swords in the upright. Ace of Swords in the upright would probably say, well, you communicate with the bugger, but some of you guys will just delete this person's ass. Because what influence is coming in is there's a kind person coming in here, a King of Cups. Doesn't have to be a water sign, but there's a kind person coming in who will help you to overcome the past. They're going to bring something new. Fires mean changes, especially when they're reversed. They mean a change from something negative into something positive. This person's going to help you overcome with that Five of Cups energy showing there. They will help you to overcome what you've been through. There you go, Six of Wands, bringing victory. But for some reason, I needed to make sure of that, so I got another card, bringing victory. They will help you. A kind person coming in, King of Cups, who's going to help you overcome this shit. Heal. They're going to help you to heal and bring victory with the Six of Wands. But for some fucking reason, you've got a devil in the outcome and the Ten of Bloody Wands. What the hell is this? Is this good sex or something? What is it? Hopefully it's fucking good sex, because this can be a sexual card. And the Ten of Wands is too much of a good thing. So it might be in the outcome, you guys got some good old doo-doo coming to you over the next 6 months. If it's not, I'm hoping it's that. Because if it's not, you're fucked. Because the devil is not a good card to get in terms of an outcome when it comes to love. It represents problems, bringing... why is the devil in the outcome? What are you trying to say with the devil and the Ten of Wands? Why is the devil in the outcome? Let's see if this is good sex or if this is shit. Why is the devil? Show me one card. Why is the devil the outcome for this reading for Gemini and the Ten of Wands? Well, the Six of Swords, it's moving on. It's not reversed because of the Six of Swords. What do you mean by the Six of Swords? Give me another combination card. See, this is moving on to new opportunities. I think that this person looks good to me, and they do, but the overall outcome is showing problems. And I'm not going to try and turn a card around, because every reader will read differently. And whenever I see that, some people will read the devil card as a load of, you know, sex, excitement. Ten of Wands can be too much of a good thing. But for me, the Ten of Wands is about pressure, and it's about burdens. And the devil is about repetitive patterns, bringing burdens. So somewhere along the line, we're not seeing something. It's showing a repetitive pattern or some form of negative energy bringing burdens. But that's because you want to move on to something completely new. You want to move on to another path. You want to take a different path. Maybe, and you are worried about this person being the same as whoever this person was. So I get the impression here, Gemini, that what you want to do is Six of Swords is all about moving on. And the Four is all about taking a new path, new opportunities. So you guys, the problem that you are facing is that you feel that this person is probably like this person here. Maybe this person has traits of whoever this person was. And you're saying, you know what, the pressure is too much and it's causing a whole heap of problems for me. Because what I want is, I'm in search. The Six of Swords can also mean to be in search. I'm in search of a completely new path with that Fool energy. Okay? Because you want to release Three of Swords, the hurt. You want to release the hurt. Because Three of Swords in reverse means to release hurt. It means to release pain. I think that you guys are in search of something different with this Fool, because the Fool can mean different as well. I think you're in search of something different and you need to release Three of Swords, because you need to make sure that you have released whatever it is that's gone on here. And that's why this is a problem, because there's something in this person I think you are going to define and you are going to associate with whoever this other person was in the past. That's how I see this reading. I think that there is something that you are associating with this person. I think you're seeing whoever this person is as the same as this person here. Knight of Pentacles reverse, Queen of Swords reverse, and King of Swords reverse. Sorry, Queen of Swords in the upright, Knight of Pentacles reverse, and the King of Swords in the reverse. The person that hurt you, you are seeing, and the Empress reverse is the same. This person shows up as 4 characters. But they will return, because this is the thing. Often, as soon as you let someone go, Gemini, this person comes zap right back in and they're saying, please forgive me, you know, because you've let them go. But this person is probably just doing a power play type shit thing. There's 2 people around you, I feel, in the next 6 months. One person will return and you won't give them a chance, and it's good. You say, time's up, Ace of Swords reverse, that's it. You got the chop, finished. You cut their ass, you know. You got this other person coming in who's going to help you to heal with the 5 of Cups reverse, potentially bringing victory, 6 of Wands. But your fears are, shit, 8 of Swords. Around your head, Gemini, 8 of Swords, you keep thinking that this person's not being honest with you. That's the fear. That you're not going to be able to let go of the niggling feeling, the niggling thought that this person is not being completely honest. That they're the same as the Queen of Swords and Knight of Pentacles. So you actually feel that this person's not being honest with you. You feel that they're almost too good to be true in a way. They're the same as this person that hurt you. And that's why I feel we've got this Devil in the outcome. That the huge pressures, the huge burdens, the repetitive patterns that you've had with whoever this person has been in the past could bring huge burdens to the relationship, because you are in search of a new path in order to heal. There is somebody else coming in for you, Geminis, but I think you're not going to trust them. We're going to quickly get this reading again. You guys, I think, are healing. I think the 10 of Swords here. I think that you have been down on your luck, but I think the star has shown that you guys are healing from it. Because the reason that everything is happening is that somebody cut you out. Somebody was not responsive to you emotionally. And I think as a result of that, sorry about that, guys, I've been rendering another video for YouTube. And as a result of that, you guys are releasing this individual by now finally letting down your guard, going out there, having a bit of fun. You know, saying, I'm ready and I'm willing to have new relationships. I'm no longer putting my guard up because I understand who this douchebag is. Because what's influencing you is an Empress reverse. This person who didn't want to nurture this relationship. This person wasn't particularly loving, they weren't particularly kind, they were quite a clinical cold character, I feel here. And as a result of that, the focus around the next 6 months will be on the Strength card in the reverse. And that is, Strength in the reverse is all about giving up. So this is about you guys giving up and walking away from this individual, because you realise, there's a realisation this person's not right for me and they're not what I want and they have no place in my life. Now, as soon as you do that, the most likely outcome for love coming in is you open up the gates. You open up the gates to the future. What is in the future? The 3 of Wands. This person who will return asking for your forgiveness. The 7 of Swords in the reverse. 7 of Swords in the reverse is often the card that can say, please forgive me, I did wrong. And that's why you've got coming in this. The return of the flaming prodigal son. The return of the Knight of Pentacles. The return of the person who didn't want to commit because he's showing in the reverse. This person wants justice. They want to say to you, hey, you know, you've decided to fuck the relationship off. Why? Look, I want to say sorry with the Justice energy. I want us to try and make amends. This person's trying to make amends. Justice in the upright can be to make amends. Okay? Especially if you get it with something like 6 of Coins in the reverse. Somebody who didn't give you anything finally wanted to make amends with the Justice energy. So this person wants to make amends with you, but you're like, nope, fuck off. I'm blocking your ass. If this person sends you an email, a text, you just cut the text, you just delete it. If they do happen to get you on a call, you'll say it's final, it's over, it's cut, your time's done. In comes a King of Cups, somebody who wants to help you to heal, bringing victory, and they can do that. The problem is it's your mind. You are consistently thinking that this person's not being honest with you, that they're lying to you, that they're like this douchebag you dealt with before. The outcome shows the Devil. I don't know whether this is off your own making or not, Gemini, but I'm seeing problems with the Devil bringing huge burdens. This is either you feel that this is a relationship that is the same as everything else you've had before, because it's a card of enslavement and repetitive patterns bringing burdens. So it might be that there are repetitive patterns. I don't know whether it's because of them, what they're doing, or whether it's because of your mind. Whatever the reason is, I'm seeing repetitive patterns here and burdens with that devil energy showing here. That is bringing the burdens in. Because I think that you guys are in search of a new path in order to heal. I think you're in search of somebody completely different. There might be traits within this person that you recognise are the same as what you've had before. That's all I'll say. And that's why I feel that you guys might either end the relationship with this person, or you're going to have a very difficult time maintaining it, because there's going to be certain facets within that King of Cups that you recognise as being within this energy here. The Queen of Swords, the Empress in the reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles, who are all the same person. This King of Swords here is how you're recognising how you're viewing the King of Cups. You're scared here. You're viewing the King of Cups as the King of Swords in the reverse, because you think that King of Swords in the reverse is going to be, the King of Cups stroke King of Swords reverse is going to be like the Empress reversed, the Queen of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles reversed. You don't trust the human being. You're in search of a different path in order to find healing with the Three of Swords in the reverse. Interesting reading. You've definitely got options. You've got somebody returning, and somebody who seems to be interested in you, but you're not that trustworthy on the individual, it would seem, in the next 6 months. Let's have a look at what the advice card is. Universe Spirit, what is the advice you have for Gemini on this reading over the next 6 months? What is the advice, Jamie? New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So there you go. You do have new love coming in. You do have new love. What should Gemini do about this new love? What should Gemini do about this new love? We can see it in the King of Cups. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So I don't know what that's got to do with it. It's saying that this is getting in the way of this new love for some reason. Okay, I don't know whether you guys have got huge burdens going on, or whether this is somebody that you meet in the workplace or whatever it is, but there's something around that. But there's new love coming in anyway. And I think that at the end of the day, there's going to be some issues with that new love. And I don't know whether it's from your point of view. I think there's something that this person represents that you say is like everything else you've had in the past, and you're looking for something completely different in order to heal. All right, that's your reading, gems. Thank you for your time. Take care.